Tales by Moonlight, Reloaded, powered by Storytellers Orbit Limited.
Love in Death, Episode 2. Amara swung her waist vigorously to a song in her head, working up a sweat. She danced until a small crowd gathered around her, clapping the beats for her to dance to. She bent lower and then higher, the rhythm of her wiggling buttocks unchanged. When her shirt was sufficiently drenched in sweat, she gave one last shake and a boisterous round of applause erupted around her. She smiled, searching the crowd for the eyes that set her body ablaze. Sure enough, he was now leaning on the coconut tree, watching her through hooded eyes. Ikedi had never seen such a woman. She wasn't as beautiful as other girls he had seen in the city, but there was something about her that pulled him in like a magnet. She was the human rendition of the word pleasure. He studied her, his eyes caressing every inch of her body. Her pert breasts made his mouth water. Her crescent-shaped hips made his hands itch. But something else was reacting. Blood was rushing there like a broken tap, and his member that had previously been asleep was at alert now, straining against his zipper, an evidence he had tried to hide when she lowered her gaze. His breath had caught when she had turned away from him, only to angle her succulent buttocks towards his direction. It was like he had been punched in the stomach. What was she doing? She was killing him. And when she started to dance, he almost exploded right there in his trousers. The swing of her waist had tied him up in knots, tempting him, calling him. It took every ounce of willpower to swallow his moans. He had ached. He had ached badly. He still ached. And he had been so mad. He wanted to pluck out the eyes of everyone watching her. This show had been for him alone. They shouldn't be watching. He yearned to grab her and flee to a secret room where he could ravish her. He wanted to feel her skin, lick her from head to toe, plunge his throbbing member deep into her and remain there forever. He desperately needed release. What was wrong with him? What was this woman doing to him? What kind of torture was this? She had stopped dancing and twisted to face him. Her eyes found his, and the air between them crackled with electricity. Ikedi was speechless and short of breath. He hadn't touched her, but it seemed like he had already done the deed. He was also confused. What should he do now? Should he say something? Go to her? But it seemed she knew what he had been thinking, for she took matters into her hands. Amara approached him when the crowd dissipated. Every step she took towards him set her body ablaze even more. Desire pulled in the depth of her belly. His name was Ikedi, the third son of Ichie Maduka. He was home from the city for the holidays. He was 22 years old and wanted to own an electronic shop at Upper Iweka in Onitsha City. She invited him over that evening so they could talk some more, and with a lingering promise in her eyes, she hurried to the market before Mama came looking for her.